Welcome back to Grandad Reacts, where before I get to the serious stuff, I got a bottle of good ale today. In fact, I picked up 3 bottles today. I actually put a video up. I was walking around the local supermarket with my camera down by my side on a handle, just looking at beers. It's not a great video, but if you want to have a look at it, it is on this site. In fact, I might put a link to it. But I'm actually drinking out of my Schoof glass, and I have got a Le Schoof anyway. Right, it's a bit of an awkward one today because one of the things I said I didn't want to do on this channel was go anywhere near politics and religion. Yeah, no, I don't want confrontation. I have my own political views, my own religious views, which are very strong. Don't want to get into arguments with anybody. So this is a song I've actually been avoiding. This is Tom MacDonald and the Machine. I'm sure you all know it, but one thing I have done here is I've got the lyrics up. Now, before we start, if you like what we do on this channel, click like. If you don't know what we're doing, click like. Anyway, why not? Please subscribe. Numbers are fluctuating a bit lately. I need all you non-subscribers. Just click that button. And for that, I thank you. Share it if you like this. I don't mean my ramblings. I'll put a link to the original video down in the comments. I've also got a buy me a coffee link. Well, you're not going to buy me a coffee. You're going to buy me a beer. But that's up to you. And finally, there was one more thing. Oh, yeah, there's a Facebook page. It's not got a huge amount of non-music content on it at this moment. I have actually got some artists on there, so I'm quite impressed with that. But mostly it's just my videos and little bits and pieces from musicians and artists that I like. So there will be an Instagram coming along. I've got Instagram on there. There's not a huge amount. I don't understand it all. That's why at the moment I've left TikTok alone. I'm sorry, I've had a few beers already. Right, so I'm going to go through a few of these words because although this is America related, there is a hell of a lot in it that can just be translated into any other country. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a liberal. I am one or the other, but I ain't stupid enough to believe what either side tells me. Why the hell can't I just be American without getting political? I think that's one of the problems, that it's pretty much exclusively American. And the rest of the world's got that problem, but not in the sort of quantities that America seems to have. The system gonna suppress us all. They don't care about the cost. Well, no, they don't. They do not care about me or you. I was going to save a lot to the end, but I want to tell you a little story before we start, because back in the 1980s, the then Prime Minister, Margaret Thatcher, decreed that people who lived in social housing could buy their house, and depending on how long they'd lived there, they'd get a discount. And it was enough that I bought my house from the council, lived in it for a few years, sold it, paid off the mortgage, and still had enough money left over to come to France and buy a house here, leaving me debt-free. Debt-free didn't last very long, but you know what I mean. Excuse me, I had a bit of a cold hay fever, I don't know what it is. What Margaret Thatcher did, and I think intentionally, she created a class of people that felt they were middle class because they owned a house. They worked in the factories. They were on poor pay. A lot of these factories are now gone. The industries are now gone. But she managed to convince a set of people that they were middle class. And middle class should always be frightened of the working class. She created divisions. She created divisions within the country. She created divisions within communities, and she created divisions within families, with the way, like the miners' strikes and stuff like that, where we now know that Scargill was right, Maggie was wrong. Right, more words. Race theory is indoctrinating children. Is it? What do you think? But it says here, tell blacks they're disadvantaged, tell whites they got privilege, were a brilliant way to reinforce division. Well, absolutely, you've got to agree with that. But when you look at how many black people have rose to success, maybe the fact that they're being told they're disadvantaged is why they're disadvantaged. But the white people who are privileged, yeah, listen to Bill Burr. I don't think white people think they're privileged. I think white people have the same disadvantages as blacks. Maybe blacks have got to work that little bit harder to get out of that trap. Tell me, I could be wrong. I'm a white guy talking from a white guy's point of view, but I have no issues with anybody of colour, whatever colour or nationality. I have issues with people. If whites believe they have it easy, they'll never help you fight the system. Well, that is absolutely true. And now they're burning books in an untraditional way. Well, what they mean is, I assume that means the woke agenda, whereby we start getting rid of history that you may not agree with. And now they're burning books in an untraditional way. They're trading newspapers for the digital age. Well, that's true. And now the facts can be deleted with no physical flames. That's right, you can burn books by pressing a button. They just change the information and the truth get erased. Excuse me. Normally I talk at the end. The reason I wanted to do this talk at the start was purely because I want to listen to the song. I've actually listened to 35 seconds of it. They keep screaming to wake up, but they're all woke, not awake. This guy's preaching. He's correct. I listened to that guy who did Rich Man North of Richmond. I didn't agree with everything he sang, but generally, yeah, I got it and I understood his point of view. But we can't just make it all about one country. This is something the world has to wake up to. But the problem is, what are you going to do about it? Probably nothing. And I'm just as guilty. The internet was once a place we could get our facts from, but now it's been monopolised. It's Google or it's Amazon. But who fact checks the fact checkers? I can answer that one. The people who control the narratives through the platforms. I think I've talked enough. I mostly agree with what this guy is saying, and it doesn't have to be American. This is every country in the world to one extreme or another. Should we just leave it there now and listen to the song? I've never been a fan of rap. I think rap had its place a long time ago. Sorry about this. Rap had its place a long time ago, and now it's just commercial. Go on the internet, everyone's a rapper. I can write a poem, and then I can sing it over somebody else's material. Does that make me a rapper? Right, so here we go. Tom MacDonald, The Machine, and I can't see how long we're already. Oh yeah, 9 minutes already. Oh jeez, I am so sorry.
I am not Republican, I am not a liberal. Why the hell can't I just be American without getting political? The system gon' suppress us all, they don't care about the cost. How's this a democracy when we got communists in charge? Cancel culture Nazis, all they're missing is the swastikas. Honestly, this is a psychological holocaust. Pumping propaganda through the screen and straight into your brain. You ain't on a plantation, but you definitely still a slave. Race theory is indoctrinating children. Tell blacks they're disadvantaged, tell whites they got white privilege. What a brilliant way to reinforce division. If whites believe they have it easy, they will never help you fight the system. And now they burning books in untraditional ways. They just traded newspapers for the digital age. Now the facts can be deleted with no physical flames. They just change the information and the truth gets erased. They keep screaming to wake up, but they're all woke, not awake. We know the system has failed us and all the media's fake. I swear the liberal. Progressive and traditional are hitmen hired to kill the individual. They label people red or blue, divide us, they don't ever help. They want you thinking left or right, so you ain't thinking for yourself. Go ahead and vote, cause both the parties are the same side. Two teams, one coach, controlled by the same guys. Left wing, right wing, both help the same bird fly. Brainwashing everybody at the same time. The internet was once a place that we could get our facts from. Now it's been monopolized, it's Google or it's Amazon. Who fact checking the fact checkers? I can answer that one. The people who control the narratives through the platforms. Let me break this down for you, simple as I can, Kate. They use social conditioning to put you in the rat race. It doesn't matter if you're first or third or if you're last place. You're still a rat and they're the cats who kill you so you can't escape. They keep screaming to wake up, but they're all woke, not awake. We know the system has failed us and all the media's fake. I swear the government hates us. Having opinions is dangerous. The system built to enslave us only works if we're afraid. I am not Republican, I am not a liberal. I am just a man who knows they're scared of a nation that's thinking critical. They kill us or they lock us up for nothing like we're criminals. Divide us cause they know that unified we are invincible. Questioning the government's agenda is controversial, but promoting guns and liquor in our music is commercial. They're confusing us with pronouns they made up to make us triggered. You can call me what you want, but just don't call me late for dinner. School teaches you to learn and never teaches you to think. So you absorb misinformation, then you practice what they preach. You ain't free, can't you see that's how they want you to act? That's called conforming to the norm, you don't need freedom for that. I'm not Republican or liberal or left-wing or right-leaning. I took the red pills cause that's who's fighting for my freedoms. And you don't need to choose to be accepted, they both fake teams. Evil runs the world now like hell ain't got no vacancy. They keep screaming to wake up, but they're all woke, not awake. We know the system has failed us and all the media's fake. I swear the government hates us. Having opinions is dangerous. The system built to enslave us only works if we're afraid.
Right. Oh yeah, sorry about this cough. I'm just looking through some of the words you just said there, but I've lost it now. Divide us because they know that unified we are invincible. Hey, explain that. I'll explain that if you don't get it. The day blacks and whites get on. The day that blacks and whites are on the same team. The day that blacks feel that they're not underprivileged. The day that whites stop thinking they're privileged. The day everybody gets together. That's the day politicians are scared. They have to have divisions, whether it's between black or white, whether it's between men or women, whether it's gay, straight, trans. If there's a division, we're fighting each other, not them. Am I ready to be cancelled? I hope not. But the answer is what? Well, the answer is up to you. And I hate to say this, we missed that chance. It's now up to the young people. I am not advocating violence. I'm advocating using love for our fellow man and political means to gain change. Because the moment the blacks and whites get together and men and women and gays and straights and everybody get together, there'll be politicians who will see an opportunity and will come onto our side. Yeah, they're doing it for political advantage, but we can control them. You know, this video has gone on for 14 minutes, about 4 minutes longer than average. But I care. I don't know what else I've got to say. I mean, read the lyrics. Don't just listen to the song. Read the lyrics, because this is very, very important message. You don't have to agree with all of it, but I think if you read it and you think about it, you will do. We need more leaders. Leaders, black leaders like Martin Luther King. We need people to end the distrust and hatred between people purely because of the colour of their skin. Either way. Will it happen? To be honest, I don't think it ever will. But only you, the young people, not just for America, the young people of the world, Only you can change that. Anyway, is Grandad going because he has beer to drink, and that's more important than politics? This is a very, very nice beer. If you own a brewery, by the way, and you want to send me beer, I'll tell the whole world how wonderful your beer is. I don't mind selling out. This is Grandad Reacted. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Do what you like. I'll be speaking to you soon. Bye.